Welcome back to another episode of Lakeshow's Finest. I'm your host, Charles Ryan, KB24 status, Kobe24 MP3, or yours truly, the biggest Laker fan on the face of the planet. Lakers pulled out, great win. I was so happy. I was losing it. Kuz comeback, oh man. So the Lakers beat the Suns 123-115. I think there was I want to say 30 lead changes in the game, and they must have been tied at least 15 times. So when the Lakers went up by 7, with 3 minutes left, you knew that the lead was bound to change again, and of course it did. But I'm sorry, there was 29 lead changes. They were tied 14 times, and the Lakers' largest lead was 8. The Suns' largest lead was 9. So crazy game. Oh my goodness. The big thing for me was Kuz coming back. Oh man, he had 23 points. He had also 3 of 6 from 3. Good 50% right there. 4 rebounds and a steal. But oh man, he came through in the clutch. In the first, he had 13 points, but then he was quiet, and then classic Kuz, fourth quarter Kuz. Those back-to-back threes at the end were incredible. Goddamn. But there was there was so much going on in this game. Rondo coming back. Avery played pretty well. Got the bigs involved. JaVale having 11 unanswered points in 3 minutes. And the big thing for me this game was, one of the big things was watching the way the Suns played. It was just, Ricky Rubio orchestrating the offense inside out. They shot, I want to say they shot at least 40 threes. They shot 38 threes, and they made 16, so 42% for 3 for them. But Devin Booker only shot 1 3 that whole game, and I couldn't believe that. I mean, Devin Booker is one of the greatest scorers probably ever since he was drafted 4 years ago in the league. I think he has a chance to be one of the greatest scorers maybe of all time. He's young. Maybe he can be a top 30 scorer. Who knows? This guy he scored 72 points in a game before. I just couldn't believe it at all. And he had 5 fouls too, and he had 5 fouls with 7 minutes left in the game. And I still also was, why didn't the Lakers keep attacking Booker? Why didn't LeBron attack Booker? Why didn't Danny Green and Caruso attack Booker? Get that 6th foul. But yeah, Booker still had a good game. 21 points on 9 of 18 shooting for 50%. 9 assists. He had 5 turnovers. But man, if you get the best player in the other team in foul trouble, 5 fouls with 7 minutes left, you got to take advantage of that. And the Lakers didn't, but obviously it still worked out. But yeah, man, Kuz fucking monster, man. Came back. This is his 4th game, 3rd game back. And let's see if we can keep this up, because he is truly as efficient as it comes, man. He had 23 points in 25 minutes. That's a point a minute. That's crazy. So hopefully he can keep that up. I really hope he can. But yeah, let's talk about Rondo a little bit. Rondo, he looked awesome when he came in. He had 4 assists, 5 rebounds in the first few minutes. The thing about Rondo is, I really want to, it was kind of interesting seeing him kind of look LeBron off. Rondo would get the rebound sometimes, LeBron would be asking for it, and Rondo's like, nah, this is on me. And I know Rondo kind of sucks on defense, but I really liked the way he orchestrated the offense. I thought he could have played more than, I don't know, he only played 14 minutes. I thought he could have played 20 minutes. Still worked out. But it was crazy how, there was 4 point guards throughout this game. Quinn Cook, Rondo, Braun, and Caruso. And every single time it was it was just completely different situation for each player going in on those, Caruso usually defers to LeBron. Rondo is super in charge, and Quinn Cook sucks. But Rondo, only 14 minutes, like I said, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and once again, he is getting wide open looks from 3, and he only shot 3 of them. He only made 1. But Rondo, expect Rondo to get more looks from 3. I can't wait. But yeah, so there was so in my opinion, before the season started, I thought the Lakers' best 5-player lineup would be Rondo at point, Danny Green, Kuz, LeBron, and AD. And in this game, there was like a 4-minute stretch to happen. It was in, I think, the third quarter. And they were like a plus like 6 or something, which doesn't seem like that much, but it is. You know, because the biggest lead was freaking 8 points. Like, that was an awesome stretch there. And I can't wait to see more of that. But it was super balanced. I know Anthony Davis hates to play center, but he didn't seem to mind there. And this is one of those games where the biggest player on the court is Baines or Kaminsky for AD to guard at center. So it's not that big of a hassle versus having AD to guard like Anthony Towns or someone much bigger. So kind of got away with AD at the 5 here, and AD would be more favorable with these type of matchups. But the Lakers are 8-2, and I can't believe this freaking game. I was losing it, because if the Lakers lost this game, they'd have the same record as the Suns, and I would have been so upset. So we know we're better than the Suns. And also, quick note on the Suns, I mean, what's going to happen when Ayton comes back? Because freaking Baines is balling. I don't think DeAndre Ayton can shoot threes at all. Baines freaking was 4 of 6 from the three-point line. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, no steals. But, god damn, what a weird freaking team they have. And, like, they have a lot of, like, solid players, like, off the bench. Like, Tyler Johnson's, like, he could be a starter on some teams. And Kaminsky is, like, so-so. But when Ayton comes back, should be interesting to see that. And, you know, obviously they're in our division, so we're going to see them 3 more times. And I can't wait for those games because, man, there were so many Laker fans at the Talking Stick Arena where the Suns played. And it was just hilarious. Every single time Kuz scored, they would be screaming Kuz. I thought it was awesome. It was really, I'd say, the best game of the season. Neck and neck the whole freaking way. And always Ricky Rubio, man. He always has a great game against us. It's fucking absurd. But our next game, we play, I think, the Warriors tomorrow night. And there's no excuse to lose this game. And I could see Rondo, like, going nuts in this game. Because Warriors have no defense, and Rondo, I can see him tearing them up. I know it's a back-to-back, so maybe Rondo won't get a lot of minutes. But, oh man, I would love to see Rondo kick some ass. Like, you know how, like, some colleges, they'll pay these lower-end teams in football or basketball to beat up on in the first game of the year. This is one of those games for Rondo, man. He's got to beat up on the Warriors to make himself feel good, you know, get that shit going again. Because, goddamn, Rondo, this is it. So, I have Draymond Green in fantasy, and this is one of the few times me rooting against him. But they have to win this. And I think they have, like, a three-game homestand, and the teams aren't that good. Like, it's the Hawks. Who else is it? It goes Warriors, then it goes, Kings, and then it goes Hawks and Thunder, all homestands, all 4-game homestand, and then we actually play at the Thunder after that, so back-to-back Thunder games. But I could see us winning all 5, but I'm going to be realistic. I think 4 of 5 is probably where they're at. I think the toughest matchup actually might be the Hawks. Warriors suck. Kings suck. Freaking De'Aaron Fox is out for the next, I think, month or so. And then the Thunder, maybe the Thunder are better than the Hawks. I don't know. But super easy schedule. We knew on the front end that the Lakers had one of the weakest strength of schedules in the beginning in the whole league. And that kind of got shaken up a little bit because the Suns were better than we expected. And, you know, like, the Raptors are better than we expected. I don't think people were expecting the Raptors to have the second best record in the East right now. Hold up. So it goes Warriors, Kings, Hawks, Thunder, and then at Grizzlies. We should kick the Grizzlies' ass again. Then it's at Spurs. So our 4-game road trip is at Thunder, at Grizzlies, at Spurs, and then at Pelicans, okay? No Lonzo Ball. I think he might be still injured. Well, that's in a week, so we don't know. But we are in a great position right now to get ahead of schedule, and if we can do this, then down the line we can do some quote-unquote load management with Anthony Davis or LeBron James, and that would be incredible. Back to the game, I just want to touch on a few more things. One, AD got hurt several times in this game, or little tweaks. Remember when Baines undercut him and he got the flagrant? He got a shot in the ribs, I think also from Baines. I could be wrong. I think it was Oubre. And then I think there might have been a play where he flexed out his shoulder, maybe on that one. But yeah, that's 3 times in this game. And tomorrow we play at the Warriors. At home versus the Warriors. And there's no reason for him to play tomorrow. I mean, you can argue, well, yeah, the Warriors are the worst team in the league, or top 3 worst team. So he shouldn't play at all. But also, by not playing AD, this is a great opportunity for Kuzma to step in and continue this path of improving his scoring load every game, having an increased minute load as well. I think tonight he played, 30-something minutes, which is pretty high. No, I'm sorry. I said it. He played 25 minutes tonight. As a starter, you're going to get between 30 to 35 minutes. So, 10 extra minutes, 7 extra minutes, let's see what he can do if he can get to 30 points. Or even just be efficient. Even just maybe get 20 points and shoot 7 for 11 and have 5 free throws and make all of them, and get a few dimes, get some rebounds, see how the pick and roll goes, because when Kuz was in, he obviously wasn't playing with the starting lineup of JaVale or Dwight as often as he will next game. See how the pick and roll works, pick and flare, pop out to the 3-point line. So I'm really looking forward to tonight. Tomorrow night should AD be out, and I think there's no reason for Anthony Davis to play once again. It doesn't make sense. AD is going to miss games this year. James will miss games this year. I don't think LeBron will miss a significant amount. I'd say I'd pin LeBron missing probably 4 to 8, 3 to 6 games, because he's going to play all of these. And you can tell when LeBron plays, he's not scoring a lot of points. He only had 19 tonight. He's choosing his times to be assertive and when to score and use his energy. And also, unlike last year when LeBron really wanted to play and Magic and Rob had to pull him out towards the end of the season, also, it's really important for LeBron, if the Lakers continue with this record, 8-2, let's just say they're at the 2/3 mark, they're 35 and they're 40 and 15, which would be awesome. Then you can afford to rest LeBron in these critical games down the stretch, which would be nice. So it gives opportunities for Kuz to step up. I hope Rondo gets more minutes. The starting lineup tomorrow will be Kuz, JaVale, Avery, Danny, and Braun. But if Kuz can use this game tomorrow as a huge launching point to solidify himself in this lineup as our 3rd best player throughout the season, I think this is a very critical moment. I know it's early. This is our 11th game of the season, but right now is a hint at what can happen when a Laker is down, especially, of course, Bron and AD. Will Rondo step up? Of course, it's his 2nd game, but this is an opportunity for Rondo to show what he did last night. It's back-to-back. He only played 14 minutes. I was preaching that he should have played more minutes because he showed so much. It was a blessing in disguise, because tomorrow, hopefully, he'll be able to play 20, 25 minutes and, rotate it with
Braun and Quinn Cook and Caruso. And another thing about Caruso and when Rondo was in and Caruso was at the 2, it was interesting that Caruso was kind of being treated like a shooting guard. And of course, Caruso, well, last year he was sinking threes towards the end of the season, as you remember. But he was acting more of in the defensive. His singular role was defensively, and he taking the load off Caruso and making him a spot up guy or kind of a decoy. And I think that should be interesting. And I think Vogel smartly utilized this experiment right away. Like in the 5th minute, he had Rondo and Caruso, and it's a really smart coach so far. Side note, Vogel is being like a top 5 coach this year. Hopefully he can continue. Maybe coach of the year. Optimistic. But, Rondo and Caruso, that pairing backcourt is perfect because Rondo is, the last few years, let's be honest, he's been terrible defensively. When he was on the Kings and the Bulls and the Mavericks, he was kind of checking out, not really into it because they weren't doing that well. And last year he kind of gave up towards the end because, we were sunk with LeBron injured. But still, even Rondo's a little bit undersized. He can't defend. Caruso can defend. He'll take off that pressure for Rondo to defend. Rondo is going to have to go up for 15 minutes against Westbrook, against, Lonzo, against Harden. Not anymore. That's Caruso's job in that, short period. Also, obviously, the title of this video is 39 assists. They had 39 assists throughout this whole game, and it was the first time, according to Second Spectrum and Spectrum Sportsnet, that they've had 39 assists in like 8-10 years in a game. That's crazy, man. 39 assists. That's like 80 points plus, including threes, based on passing. LeBron is freaking averaging 11 assists a game right now, the most in the league. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Lots of ball movement. It's not stagnant. There's not a lot of plays where they dump it into the post to AD and he just goes one-on-one. It's not a lot. It's a lot less than it seems like because he's still looking for Dwight or JaVale down low or to, pop it out when he's getting... And they double-team AD fast the last few games. He's definitely... Obviously, AD grew up as a point guard before he had that huge growth spurt, so he knows. But it's nice to have it where it's not a black hole like it's going to Shaq down low, and it's just everybody just stand around and watch. Spot-up shooters, a little bit of diving from, Avery Bradley coming around and cutting on the far side, or just clearing out for him. But I really like the unselfish assist game. I know it's cliche. It's kind of the name of the game in the NBA if you want to win, case point Warriors the last few years. But, everything has changed with this team. And it's completely 180 or 360, whatever the fuck you want to call it, of last year, where we have 3-point shooters, and a lot of the time it was BI, ISO, LeBron, ISO. This is different, and I love it. And, I don't think LeBron has ever averaged 11 assists in a season. Of course, it's early. He has averaged triple-double, I think, or close to it. But unexpected for him to lead the league in assists. And what's hilarious, in my opinion, is the fact that Doncic is second in assists. And no more Westbrook, no more Harden up there. But, so it's kind of... LeBron had 19 points tonight, I believe. And that's okay now. If he's going to get 11 assists, I think he had like 13 or something assists tonight. It's okay to facilitate like that. Because obviously he has AD to go to instead. But I kind of like this. And I was saying before that LeBron can, by deferring and not taking hits down the lane 15 times a game from centers, that's saving energy, that's saving, strength, health, whatever. So those were some points I wanted to touch up on. This is a shorter episode than normal. I'm sorry. Tomorrow night I might have an episode, I'm not sure. But thanks a lot. Once again, I'm Charles Ryan, Chuck, biggest Laker fan in the world. Have a good one, and let's win tomorrow. Let's go, Lakers.
Extra passes that enabled them to get those shots.
Coach been preaching it, all year, and tonight at halftime he said to continue to do what we did. I think we had 21 assists at halftime, and we made an extra pass. And the right guy got the ball at the right moment and made a big shot. Made a couple big shots.
There was a play in the second half where you got the ball on the right wing, could have taken the three, put it on the floor. Exploded to the hoop. You missed the layup, but to me it was like kind of testing plays. I think you drove off your right leg. Were there moments like that was that a moment where you were kind of laying it all out there after coming back from this injury?
No, I was just frustrated I missed the shot. I didn't think about my legs or anything. I just went out there and played. So I've been doing it, like I said, the last couple of days. With my teammates giving me a great job to get me back as close to shape as possible. But obviously I had the min restriction, but I felt good tonight.
Were you got winded, or you felt as if you wasn't back where you wanted to be just yet?
Nah, I'm surprised now. I was okay. I think it was actually I was in there with a couple possessions. I think we had 3 straight fouls, so I was able to get a break on the free throw line as well. So it wasn't as fast paced as I thought it was going to be, which is kind of helped in my favor.